I am your father.
Hello and welcome to VGM, the brand spanking new online show for all things video games and movies. In our first episode, get ready to don your ponchos, sharpen your spurs, and lasso yourself a vintage bourbon, because we're riding shotgun with John Marsden in Rockstar's Western blockbuster, Red Dead Redemption. And that's not all. We'll also be taking a look at some classics of the silver screen and showing you exactly where Red Dead draws its inspiration, as well as giving you the definitive rundown of the 5 best Western films in the world ever. For those of you who are yet to indulge in this sandbox behemoth and are wondering what all the fuss is about, here's a quick roundup of why Red Dead really is the dog's dangly bits. Reason number 1, just look at that. Red Dead's visuals perfectly capture the haunting desolation and sparseness of the American West, creating arguably the most authentic and atmospheric gaming environment ever. Simply beautiful. Reason number 2, John Marsden. I mean, look at him. He's the epitome of the granite-faced, weather-beaten gunslinger and one of the most convincing and genuine video game leads around.
Fuck off, boyo! This don't concern you!
When a man with a sing-song voice tells me to fuck off, it always concerns me, boyo.
We love you, John, almost as much as this guy loves to party.
Would you like to partake of a syringe of cocaine?
The third and final reason why Red Dead is worth your hard-earned dollar? Well, this is a game that makes you question your morals in a way that few others do.
I'm bleeding to death.
Spent hours selling rabbit skins just to line your pockets? Well, you'll feel a tad guilty about that after a talking to from Nestas.
But we hunt to eat, not for sport.
A game of contrasts indeed. Where else can you be picking flowers 1 minute and then plugging a hapless bandito in the family jewels the next? Bang. So if you're lucky enough to own either a 360 or PS3, you really have no excuse if this masterpiece isn't sitting pretty on your gaming shelf. And for you young guns who've already enjoyed the hell out of Red Dead Redemption, but still don't know your Wyatt Earps from your 3 amigos,
Who are you? The Three Amigos!
here's VGM's guide to some of the celluloid classics that have helped shape John Marsden's vivid world from the ground up.
Where's my wife and son?
Being well looked after.
The beating heart of Red Dead Redemption is its harrowing narrative. John's wife and son are being held captive as leverage to ensure our world-weary gunslinger carries out the corporate government's dirty work.
We've done this little deal for your freedom in exchange for all your men from your old gang.
Namely tracking down and killing his old brother-in-arms.
Get yourself down here, Bill. You know I don't want to kill you, but I will.
So, we've got a grizzled anti-hero who's reluctant to revert to his old killing ways, but is forced to do so for the sake of his family. Cue Clint Eastwood's 1993 epic Unforgiven.
You shot Charlie Pepper, didn't you? You're the one who killed William Harvey and robbed that train over Missouri?
Now hold on, mister. Son, you get those hogs separated there.
Retired old hog farmer William Money is forced to go against his late wife's wishes and swap his spade for his 6-shooter in a last-ditch attempt to provide for his young boys.
Did Pa used to kill folks?
Just because we're going on this killing, that don't mean I'm going to go back to being the way I was. I'm just a fella now. I ain't no different than anyone else.
No, sir. I want you to shoot him for me.
Stick to what you're good at, Clint? We definitely prefer you with the rifle.
What's happening?
Great and terrible things. The revolution is coming. The country will be in turmoil once more.
And what about that bit in Mexico? Our hero Marsden plays ball with two sides of a heated conflict.
Hey, Sergeant Marsden, you here to fight the war? Set my people free! Viva Mexico!
playing both off against each other to get the information he needs. Check out Clint again in Sergio Leone's A Fistful of Dollars.
Baxter's over there. Rojo's there. Me right in the middle.
Here, the enigmatic man with no name flirts with both the Rojos and the Baxters in the small Mexican border town of San Miguel. And check out the look of the place, sun-baked white stone and sandy highways, just like Chubariza, amigo. Just don't laugh at Clint's mule.
I don't think it's nice you laughing.
You know who that is?
Who?
Jimmy Ringo.
You don't look so tough to me.
Well, if he ain't so tough, there's been an awful lot of sudden natural deaths in his vicinity.
If you want to know where the inspiration for Marston himself comes from, then look no further than The Gunfighter, starring Gregory Peck. Directed by Henry King in 1950, this hidden gem tells the tale of one Jimmy Ringo, a former pistol-twirling crackshot who desires nothing more than to settle down with his family on a ranch away from his violent past. Sound familiar?
You think you're fast? Do you?
Also familiar are the countless attempts to best Ringo in a mano-a-mano duel.
How come I gotta run into a squirt like you nearly every place I go these days?
Quite a few folks seem to have some major beef with our main man and are desperate to see if he's still the fastest finger in the West. Short answer, yes he is. As for looks, well, if John Marsden ain't a dead ringer for old Josie Wells, then I'll eat my hat, provided someone doesn't shoot it off first. As far as the lasses go,
I understand that a city dweller such as yourself likes to have some exotic secrets, so us country folk are impressed.
There's more than a few similarities between Red Dead's Bonnie McFarlane and the beautiful Jill McBain from Once Upon a Time in the West. Both strong lead women, subjected to violence, forced to fend for themselves in a brutal man's world.
You'll hear a strange sound drop to the ground.
Like what?
Like that.